Welcome back to part 2, longitudinal Gs. So what is longitudinal G? Longitudinal G is the axis through your car from front to back, which is the long distance of your car, as opposed to lateral G, which is the cross distance across your car. Reviewing the longitudinal G in your analysis can be very beneficial because when long G goes up, you're accelerating, just like in GPS speed. When long G remains constant, you're traveling at the same rate. And when long G goes down, you're slowing, either braking or lifting off the throttle. It's similar to GPS speed, but not the same. So it's important to compare laps with GPS speed and long G at the same time. Now I know this chart is very busy. GPS speed is here and long G is here. The blue trace in this case is the best lap. The red trace is the second best lap. So let's take a moment to look at both of those, and we're going to look at those in greater detail. In corner 8, you can see the blue trace is the best lap, and again, the red trace is the second best lap. What's happening in corner 8? The GPS trace is slowly going down, and long G is slightly negative. The G here is on this trace, and the miles per hour is on this trace. If you notice, the speed is higher in the blue lap here, but it looks like this is not a very abrupt angle. Same thing here. It looks like we've got negative G's because we're slowing, but we're not on a steep angle by putting on the brake. What does that mean? So once again, the problem is the driver in this particular case is coasting for corner 9. The opportunity is to carry the throttle further out here before we start to apply the brake. But it looks like an intermediate throttle at this point in time for both laps. You can also see that in the G's because long G doesn't really drop until it's out here, and then it goes steeply down. That's brake application. So long G would have been better off out here, positive G, and then dropping below 0 as we apply the brakes. Always look for sharper corners on the chart. That's what we want to work towards. Many attributes can be analyzed using long G, and that includes, as we talked about, throttle application, braking points when the driver's coasting, and lap-to-lap performance. Long G is a little confusing in the beginning, but it's well worth studying because it's something that you can use in combination with GPS speed to see what the driver is doing primarily with his feet, the throttle, the braking points, potentially coasting. Long G is very, very sensitive to what is happening in the footbox with the driver. So you can use that to decide whether the driver's lifting, whether the driver's coasting, whether the driver is late to throttle, whether the driver is braking late. All these things can be sorted out using and analyzed using longitudinal G. And I suggest you compare one lap to the next with longitudinal G and GPS speed at the same time. So thanks for joining us for our introduction to long G. I know it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to understand. Just remember, longitudinal G is this direction in your race car. Lateral G is this direction in your race car. You'll find it much easier if you understand that basic element. So longitudinal G when you're accelerating goes up. When you're coasting or it stays level, and when you're braking, it goes down. And the more you brake, the faster it goes down. The more you go, the faster you accelerate, the more it goes up. That's how longitudinal G works. Spend a bit of time thinking about that, and it will make a lot of sense. In the meantime, stay tuned to our video YouTube channel for our summary video in the next 7 days. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.